Hello and welcome to the SML Podcast. I am your host, Jacob, your co-host, Corey.
Yo.
Hunter,
Hey.
and Sarah is also here, but she's occupied. She'll join when she can.
Alrighty.
Sorry. Anyway, today's episode, we're talking about SML relationships.
Yes,
You know,
the hot topic, the hot take, if you will.
the hot take. As usual, we're going to go over the chosen episodes that we want to talk about.
Yeah, for those who may not have been caught up on the more recent episodes, we're not doing all of the episodes anymore, just because we can't do that. We're so behind. We can't do all of them, and plus there's not much to say about some of them, so we're just going to be talking about the ones where we actually have things to say.
Yeah, and the first one we're talking about is the purple problem, and then we're gonna talk about see, I done lost it. Oh yeah, fast one now.
Well, let's start with summer school first, because that one is before the other two.
Okay, let's start with summer school. Summer school, that'll work. So you can start talking about that.
I'm gonna be honest, was not a big fan of this one. I mean, I'm glad that they did try rebooting summer school, and I do think that it being a sequel to Cody Goes to Preschool, that was a neat idea. That was creative. But I just think the episode wasn't that great. It was trying to capture what the old summer school and first grade series was, but it didn't really land for me. There weren't that many jokes that got me. Like, so many of them were kind of predictable, like Cody making the pride flag when he was making a flag. Like, I mean, yeah, I think we all kind of expected that. I think really the only gag in that one that got me was Patrick's flag, because he tried making it based on Spider-Man, but
I love that though. I love Patrick in general.
yeah, I'm glad they brought him back for that. And that one girl, they keep bringing her back. I guess she's Bully's girlfriend now, which, I mean,
Is her name like Brittany or some shit?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't even remember. Maybe something like that. But like, I liked her way better in her first video, where she was like the friend of Cody that he had to teach because she was just terrible at school. But now her only thing is that she's in love with Bully Bill, which, like, I mean, it's fine, I guess. It gives her something to do, but I don't know, it's not interesting.
Or someone.
I guess you could say
like,
that, but I mean, you know.
Even Principal Steinbeck, for me anyway, like, he was just kind of okay. Like, I can't think of anything fun. Like, nothing in this video beats that one episode of Preschool where he was looking through the Huck Finn book, and they think he's looking through like a book of punishments, and he's like, "Oh, I found it." "You found what?" "The word." And then he says the N-word. And that's all he was looking for, and he's just like, "Oh, that Huck. He's a genius." That was hilarious. This video had no Principal Steinbeck moment that touched really any of his moments from the preschool episodes, and not even the original summer school and first grade. Like, I think that's really the thing for me. It's just like, as a video, it was all right, but as a reboot of summer school, nah, it's not even close. I'm I'm sorry, but Jacob, you said you had a higher opinion. So, what did you think?
I thought it was decent, mainly because, for one, they brought back the summer school. Hopefully they continue with it, and they brought back so many of the characters like Patrick. I just get so excited when I see Patrick in a video. Any video with Patrick is a good video to me.
He's so crazy.
Which, obviously, Patrick is getting older and he's not as crazy as he once was, but he's still pretty good. I still really like Patrick.
I miss Felipe though.
I do miss Felipe. It's so loco, senor.
I know he needs to have Felipe with him. They were the duo.
Maybe Felipe got deported.
No! Oh no! Felipe! Oh, no, that makes that one ice cream joke even more dark now. From that one episode. Oh, that ice cream looks so loco, senor. I wish I could afford one. Oh, you're poor. Oh my gosh.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that was bad, but yeah.
Taking it back.
That's the no, I don't take it back.
Oh.
It's funnier than hell.
All right, then don't, man.
But no, that's like the only reason why I like that episode.
Fair enough. Now we can talk about the purple problem.
Yeah, so the purple problem. I'm kind of trying to remember if I even liked that video.
I think you skipped it because it was. Oh wait, no, you did watch it only because of what happened at the end, which we'll get to.
Watch it. I remember now. I didn't even watch it. I just literally.
Oh, did you just skip? Oh, okay. Yeah. So I watched it. The running gag where they found a bread clip in their Wendy's meal, and that wasn't a joke in the video. They actually ordered Wendy's, and there was a bread clip in the sandwich. That was good. That was funny.
I did see that part.
The rest of the video, I'm gonna be honest, it was Angry Ronald at his worst. I hated Ronald in this video.
In general.
The only time Ronald was even remotely funny in this video was at the very end where he had that jump scare in Wendy's room. That was cool. I like that. It kind of reminded me of the old horror videos, like the Hop Hop Bunny and the fish. That was good, but rest of that video really wasn't.
When you said the fish, was you talking about Joseph's dead fish?
No, there was another episode where Junior got a fish, and I think he flushed it down the toilet. But then when he was in bed the next night, the fish grew into a human weird monster looking thing and came in his room and killed him, or at least that's what it was implied.
I remember the ghost dog, the one that Chef Pee Pee ran over.
Oh yeah, the ghost. Oh man, I love that episode. For being a horror episode, that one also has some really funny jokes. Like when Bowser eats all the ice cream. Man, I am a fat ass. Just the way he says it. But yeah, really, there isn't really much to say other than Angry Ronald was being angry. Though I will say, I do like how Steve's grandkids, one of his grandsons was Freddy from preschool. That was cool. That was a nice little lore thing. See, the thing that sucks about this video is when he gets angry and he calls Steve to tell him what they should do about this whole Purple Frosty situation. And Steve, and he calls Steve, he's like, Steve, we got a big problem. But then he quiets down. He's like, do Do you got time to talk, or is this a bad time? Like, I thought they would have done something cool there and actually have Ronald be a little nice for a change. Like, he gets mad, but then he calls him and he says that, and then Steve's like, well, no, I'm eating with my grandkids. And then Ronald's like, well, I guess I'll have to call you later. And then he has to find someone else to help him with this scheme. But no, he just screams at his grandkids, and he's just angry Ronald. And yeah, it's not funny. But this video is where we found out that Logan broke his back during.
Oh yeah, it was. It was that.
Yeah, it was during the filming of the next video we're about to talk about, and man, I hope he's doing okay. He seems like he's doing all right, considering he in the newest episode, he, at least at the time of this recording, he was dressed up for a scene,
and he was dancing around with. So
yeah, but it wasn't that much though. So it looks like he's still recovering, but at the very least, he's still able to do some stuff.
Yeah, at least he's not in terrible pain.
Yes, which is good. I'm glad. Speaking of, do you have anything else to add?
No, I was just going to say, speaking of that, I really enjoyed the Fast and Furious video.
All right. Here's. Would you like to go first?
So the reason why I enjoyed it was because I have a thing for nice cars, and there was a lot of nice cars in that video, and I liked the angles. I like how he shot the video.
That's fair. There were some really good angles.
And the races were cool, but as for like the actual story, I'm not really a fan of, because the whole problem could have been avoided if they even said it in the video. They could have just borrowed the Porsche and went to the party.
Yeah. So all right. So here's my problem. If you don't have anything else to really add. So
yeah, that's also the episode one of the wrecks that he broke his back in. I watched the behind the scenes on Lance's channel, and middle of the video, Lance comes across there. He says this next scene is where Logan breaks his back, but unfortunately we didn't get it on camera because we was too worried about him in pain. So like you just hear Lance in the video going, what happened? And then like somebody yelled, and you just hear Lance say, oh shit, and then it cuts to the next scene because he turned off the camera. But I mean, to be fair, advice for Logan, if you're going to film a video like that, take some spare tires with you, so when you have a big race you got to film, you could change your tire out and you'll have better grips. Like, you got like millions of dollars. You can afford an extra set of tires to take with you.
I think it was just it didn't even
I feel like he didn't plan it out
to his mind. Yeah, I think that was really it.
Like if he would have had a spare change of tires, he would have not broke his back.
Yeah, but hindsight's 20/20, as they say.
Yeah.
So all right. So I completely agree with you with the camera angles. The camera angles were really cool. I like the location change. And I am not a car guy, but those were some really nice cars. I can admire a good car. I'm not a car guy, but I can admire a good car, and those were definitely good cars.
That's the way I am.
The story, I mean, I did think the story was a little dumb. Just because like the main thing with me, it wasn't even like the whole they could have just taken the Porsche. Like, yeah, that is like a dumb thing, but these characters have done stupid stuff like that before, where they don't realize until the last minute, like in Junior's piggy bank, where they broke his dad's piggy bank to take all the money, but then near the end, when they're trying to hide the evidence, Cody shows the cork to unhook all the money, and he he tells Junior we didn't have to smash it. But he only realized that at the end. So that's in character. I was fine with that. What I thought was kind of dumb was just how they thought of like the drag racing in the first place. They like literally, I think it was just Junior who brought it up, or no, it was Cody who brought it up. Like, yeah, this is what you could do, like in these movies. Why though? Why did you think of that? Why was that your first thought? Like, was he just watching one of the movies beforehand? Was that the implication? I think he said he watched one the other night, but like they didn't show it. Like I feel like if they showed like a fake version of one of those movies on the TV and that's how they get the idea, that would have made a lot more sense.
Yeah.
And the other thing I did, so going back to the things I did like, I forget what the dude's name is, like who Poobie was supposed to be playing, but I loved all the dumb gags in there. Him constantly saying family and I am Groot. Amazing.
The I am Groot part was so random that it was amazing.
Well, it's the reason is because that guy actually plays Groot in those movies. That's why he made the joke. But it was really, you're right, it was random, and that's why it was really funny. Because it's just, I am Groot. What? Oh, sorry. I just have this feeling that one day I'm going to be playing Groot. That was great. I love that. But the biggest issue I had in this movie is that the shots were really good, but the racing wasn't. They would race for a second, one character would get ahead, and then that was it. They were ahead the whole time. Like, I know they were using real cars. There was only so much they could do without making it even more dangerous than it already was. But do you guys remember the Mario Kart video? In that video, you didn't know who was going to win.
See, I barely remember that one.
There were so many times where Junior, Joseph, or Cody could have won that. And that's what made that one cool. But in this one, as soon as a character got ahead, they just won. So there wasn't any like mystery to it. That was my biggest problem. But yeah, it was creative, had good shots, it had a decent amount of good jokes. So I don't hate the video. I just think it could have been done a lot better if they planned it out differently.
I did like that they rented out the drag strip to make that video because, like you said, it's a change of scenery. It's different.
Yeah, I agree. Like the change of scenery, very nice. It's always good whenever they get like a new set. Like, it's always nice. That's why, even though that last FNAF video that they made was horrible, I have to give them props. That set was incredible. Like it was a really cool set. It made the video at least cool to look at.
Yeah, and then following up with that video, there was Jeffy breaks Marvin's back, which honestly I find ironic because Logan broke his back, so I see how he thought it was a good idea but somehow Marvin's back was healed. Now it would have been cool if somehow Marvin broke his back and Junior, and then they both had to conveniently had to wear the brace as long as Logan does. Then it would cover up the excuse of why he sounds like he's in pain in the videos, which sounds like
that would actually have been pretty funny. Like just somehow randomly they both break their back at the same time. That I could see it be something crazy too, like a bolt of lightning struck a tree and the tree fell on them.
I could see a fourth wall break. I really can, because when Jeffy stepped on the Uno card, he could have broken, instead of saying Marvin's back, you could have just seen Junior and Marvin be in pain, and then they'd be like, "How did this happen?" They're like, "Oh, I broke my dad's back." And Brooklyn guy could have been like, "Well, Logan plays both of those characters, so you broke his back."
So it went to both. That's how it works.
Yeah. That would be interesting.
That would have been cool.
That really would be
Been
interesting.
cool.
That would have been funny.
Yeah, it's not what they went with. I thought the Uno reverse card bit was funny.
Yeah,
and
I did too.
And there were some funny jokes in there, like when Rose said she wouldn't do anything with Marvin for I think a full month, and he started acting like he was having like a seizure or something, and then she said, "Okay, we'll do stuff." Good. I like that. And then the dumb jokes. There's so many dumb jokes where Brooklyn guy was like, "Here's this thing that'll fix your back, or it'll make your penis larger." And then he took the larger one every time. And I love with the draw 4, you can choose the color of it too. And at the very end, Marvin's like, "Oh, I'm in so much pain." And Rose is just, "Oh, Marvin, it'll be worth it. Though I'm not sure why you chose the color green." like that was a perfect ending joke. Like, that's stupid, but it's
that's funny there.
That's the type of good dumb humor.
Yeah, we can. I don't really, unless you have anything else to say about that video, we'll move on. I really don't. I want to save Junior's assumption for the last one because that kind of goes with the topic.
Yeah, that's fair. But the only other thing I'd say is I saw some people were kind of glad that Jeffy actually cared about Marvin for once near the end, but that's not really what happened. He only wanted to help Marvin to get out of doing chores. I mean, yeah, I'm glad that he did help Marvin, but he's also the one that did this to Marvin in the first place.
That's what I was going to say about this video. I loved that whenever Marvin's like, "Well, now, Jeffy, you know that I broke my back. Now you're going to have to do the dishes and clean the garage and clean the house." It just zooms into Jeffy. He's like, "I didn't know I'd have to do all this."
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was like, "Oh, fuck that."
Did you still hear Marvin in the background just rambling on?
Yep.
I did like that one. Then you have Jeffy, but I can't speak. Jeffy.
Jeffy?
Jeffy. Grid.
You said it again, Jeffy.
Jeffy's Skibbity toilet. That's why, because Jeffy
did it again.
Jeffy and Skibbity. I can't speak today. Jeffy.
They both end with E. Skibbity.
and like whenever I'm reading it in the notes, Skibbity is right beside Jeffy, so my brain is reading it as Jeffity.
That's funny. Right there.
But so since I like the video more than you, do you want to go first, or would you like me to go first?
It was okay. I just didn't understand the new slang and everything of, I don't know. I just didn't understand what was supposed to be happening. That's the only reason why I didn't really care for it.
So that's kind of the point. Like, a lot of that new slang just doesn't mean anything. Like it really doesn't. Like, I don't even really know what most of it means. Like, I know what Skibbity toilet is. I have no idea why people started using Skibbity to describe things. But
I don't even know what Skibbity toilet is.
It's this YouTube show about this head in a toilet that sings. I don't know why people like it, but they do. But that's why the final fight of that video was Pooby's head in the toilet, because that's what Skibbity toilet is.
Alrighty then.
That was a really cool edit, though.
That was a good edit. But like, I thought that video was funny just because of how absurd it was. Now, there were parts I did not like. very beginning where it was just Jeffy saying all of that stupid slang, that was not funny. That was annoying. And the part that I really don't want to say sucked, but did, was the Shrek part. Like, I'm so glad they brought Shrek back, and it makes sense because this video was all about memes, and Shrek is a huge meme, so it makes sense. But he wasn't Shrek. Like, yeah, he loves his cheesecake, and he was sitting on the toilet taking a crap, but, like, he didn't act right. Like, Shrek never cursed before. Like,
no.
In the old videos, it was always him taking a crap. Like, that was
Not
it. It was
it.
yeah, yeah. Like, you might think that there's no difference. No, there is. Like, Shrek never would say taking a shit. It's taking a crap.
No. Crap.
And
Yeah,
like, because like Shrek is always kind of vulgar. Like that's just part of his humor. But like, this one was just kind of annoying vulgar. Like, Shrek would normally talk about his craps and laugh about it. This was Shrek talking about his craps, cussing, and then going into even more detail about his craps. Like, it's going way too far. Like, I did not like the Shrek bit. But everything else I actually thought was good, especially the ending where it was just, Marvin, you gotta mew! Mew, Marvin! And then he does it. And that's how they win. And I don't even know what mewing is. It looks stupid, but the faces were really dumb and funny. So you know what? I liked it. I'll say it. I liked the stupid meme video.
I think the puppets look stupid in general, so I think that's what made it better.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that.
Marvin, no offense to nobody, but Marvin looks like a freaking puppet version of Hitler without hair.
And with not the right mustache.
Yeah. Like, if you put a Hitler mustache on him, I can see it.
The one reviewer I always watch, DabDH Dude, he's the guy who owns SML Reuploaded. He always says that the Marvin puppet looks like he wants to die. Like, he's just got that face.
Does. Yeah, I think the last one we have is Inside Jeffy. Which,
yeah, Inside Jeffy,
I say, you know, it was a good video, but they've missed so many opportunities. Like, I like the idea of them introducing the Jeffy piano, but they could have delivered it in such a better way. They could have made a whole video of it. Like, Jeffy could have gotten famous. Like, he could have went on a tour with his Jeffy piano. And then at the end of it, he'd be like, well, by the way, if you want to buy this, it's an SML merch. Like, it's pretty much just a plug.
Yeah, that's my biggest problem with the video. That's why I didn't like it. Because
the first Inside Jeffy was incredible.
Yeah,
awesome.
that one was great. I love the original Inside Jeffy.
Yeah. But then it just, I don't know.
Like, the problem, so, like, first of all, they had all of the like, inside moments animated, which, okay, that was a creative idea. I'll give them that. I personally like the puppets version better, but you know what? It was a cool kind of different way to do it. So, all right, I'll give them that. But, like, the biggest problem is that they pushed all of the actual inside Jeffy stuff to the side, and the video was pretty much only about that Jeffy piano. I get it. You're trying to advertise it, but do it in its own video. Don't waste Inside Jeffy 2 on a, like, merch promotion.
I did like I did like how they introduced a new emotion. But, like, you only seen Inside Jeffy like maybe 2 times, 3 times at most.
Exactly. Yeah, when in the original, Like
The original,
half of the video, you see them.
yeah, you see the decision, like you see all the emotions making the decision, and then you see it
Yeah.
happen. But this one, it was just like, I think I'm gonna wake up and make a piano. I don't know. That was just the video.
Now, see,
Yeah,
I did not see that one.
Yeah, it's good. You didn't miss anything.
Okay, well, it's probably a good idea that I didn't see it, just because I don't think it would have been a good one. So.
Yeah.
Are you even subscribed to SML?
Yeah, I am.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I'm not anymore. I watch the videos when they come out, but I'm not subbed to them anymore. That might be the hottest take in this video.
Well, how do you know when they upload then?
It gets recommended to me. I've seen it enough to where YouTube still recommends it to me. But there is one more video because we were saving it for last.
Yeah, there's Junior's assumption.
Okay. Junior's assumption. Out of all of the Junior thinks Penelope is going to cheat on him, so he does something ridiculous videos, this one is probably the best in its creativity. The problem is that it's another Junior thinks Penelope is going to cheat on him, so he does something crazy video.
Yeah.
Like, how many does this make now? 5?
Too many to count.
6? Like this is ridiculous. And I think we can kind of just move on to the main subject of the video, but like really the only thing I got to say about this one is I liked the creativity, that it was all a dream, and then every time he got jealous, it turned into another dream, a horrible nightmare for him. Like I liked that, but it's the same thing over and over and over again.
The only thing I liked about that video was that towards the ending where Junior started knowing what was happening, and he's just like, "Yeah, we're just going to watch this," and they're just like, "How did you know I was going to say that?" Because I know.
Yeah, because you always do that. Oh, okay. Yeah, they just accept it.
Now, that episode I did watch, and it was kind of interesting. I don't know if I'd watch it again, but I don't know. It's kind of interesting.
It had an interesting idea. Like, I'll give them that. It was the most interesting out of those types of videos. It's just that they've used that same concept so many times, and that I think that's the perfect segue into the actual topic, relationships. And obviously we have to start with the most prominent one, Junior and Penelope. Now, before we get to Junior and Penelope,
according to my notes, it's actually Penelope and Junior, because for some reason it put an R at the end of Penelope.
Penelope. So Penelope and Junior. Before we get to them, let's talk about Junior's previous relationships. So the earliest one that I can remember was Chef Pee-Pee's sisters, when his dad, the king, came. That's the earliest one I can remember because they thought he was hot. It was mainly just for dumb gags. I don't know. I thought it was funny just for how dumb it was. Yeah, not much to see there. But then the main thing came. Bowser Jr. goes to first grade with Emily. His very first crush, I think. And I mean, there wasn't much there. She was Patrick's sister, which that's something interesting to think about. What happened to his sister? Do we know? SML theory, if you're watching? Probably not, but if you are...
I have a theory that Patrick killed her because, he hated her.
Oh. You know, I'm gonna be honest. I can actually believe it.
I don't have any evidence to back that theory up, but
Maybe that's why that Mrs. Fitzpatrick put him in the cage in that one episode.
or maybe that's why she hates her job. Like, not hates her job, but that's probably why she's so upset all the time.
That could definitely. Well, she's got a lot of reasons to, but that would definitely explain a lot. But yeah, there's Emily, and then Emily left the show. I think it's because she was played by an ex of Lance, and she obviously left. So Emily was switched out with Samantha, and I like the subplot with Samantha because, well, the joke that she was super depressed at her age was kind of funny. I mean, you know, just in the fact that she was like super depressed at her age, like what does she have to be that depressed about? And the fact that she also loves Thomas, which was Junior's favorite thing. But they never resolved that plot. He had that crush on her. He asked her out the one time, and then she just kind of screamed at him, and that was it. And I don't think she showed up again.
Was Jenny Wobbly Knees after him or after her?
Not quite. So after Samantha, I remember Logan mentioned multiple times, because around that point later on is where he introduced Sprinkle, which was Cody's stepsister, who was dating Joseph, which we'll get to that. But he mentioned that he was planning for Junior to also get a girlfriend, because as Cody brings up at the end of that video, he's got Ken, Joseph has Sprinkle, and Junior doesn't have anybody. So they were going to introduce someone for Junior. Never happened. Until they introduced Penelope before the puppets, I think. Or maybe it was right when the puppets showed up. But they introduced Penelope first.
Well,
and
it's because Penelope was introduced because of a competition SML held. I can't remember what it was. I can't remember what it was, but the winner of that competition would get a puppet made of them.
Yes, that's right.
Like, so many people liked Penelope so much that they kept them in there, which is incredible because the Penelope fan, Penelope, the real person, I bet she feels loved because she sees herself in these videos all the time.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
An interesting thing to bring up. What I was gonna say is, remember the Valentine's Day episode?
Yeah, you talking about that
Brittany?
that one girl that he tried to get the love potion on, and she fell in love with Jeffy.
Yeah, that was Brittany.
that was actually played by Lance's current wife, because she said in a reaction one time. Yeah, she said in a reaction one time, she said the one SML video I was actually in.
Really? I didn't know that was her. That's kind of funny.
They reacted to it, and she said that was the only video she was in.
Well, you learned something new.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if we should bring her up since she kind of fell in love with Jeffy instead of Junior. But yeah, I guess that was Jeffy, someone Junior had a crush on.
I guess that did fall under the topic though, because of relationships, because she ended up with Jeffy.
Yeah, until the love potion wore off.
Yeah, and then she turned into a dinosaur.
Yeah, into a dragon. Because Cody used lizard DNA or whatever. A dragon. Then Penelope showed up. And if I remember right, Junior had a crush on her immediately. But the thing about Junior's flirting, like, and this has always been the case, is bullying. That's how he that's how he flirts. Is he makes fun of you and he calls you names and stuff.
Sorry, I just thought of the scene before they was dating, back when Junior was still being a bully to her. It was Squid Game. It was SML movie Squid Game.
Oh, okay.
It was him and her. It was him and her playing rock paper scissors, and like he was like, "Why's your hand on your cigarette?" He's like, "Shut up, Junior."
Yeah.
Then they play and she puts it out there. He's like, "Why does it smell like that?"
Yeah, it smells like fish.
Oh my god.
Ah.
I don't know why that reminded me of that scene, but it was so funny.
Yeah, and that was kind of the thing with Junior and Penelope for a while, was that he would bully her because that's his version of flirting. And she didn't really have much of a character. She liked schoolwork like Cody. She was friends with Cody.
They was actually best friends. I don't know what
Yeah,
happened
they
to that,
were,
but-
which what I know we can get to that too. But yeah, they were best friends. She also loved schoolwork like him. But she also liked playing video games, which is something that also kind of got forgotten. Well, we'll get to that. And then eventually, so they introduced Jenny Wobblenese as a goofy gag character in.
What do you want, Junior?
I know, I love Jenny Wobblenese. It was at the end of oh, what was that video? It was one of the sports ones where they lost the game and they go back home and they had like 3 minutes of the video to fill. So they had just a whole bunch of random characters show up, and they said that they were like part of the plot, which I actually really liked that part. I thought that was funny. That's where Tuna Fish Terry came from.
Honey, Tuna Fish Terry.
Yeah. My doobie Terry, I like my doobie, you want my doobie, I like doobies.
Oh, what?
I love Tuna Fish Terry. Tuna Fish Terry, Jenny Wobblenese, and then was it the Prince of Dubai that they were trying to sell the the tuna to?
I think.
And they're like, "Oh, sorry, Prince of Dubai, we don't have your tuna." Like just saying that
Or was it-
sentence.
Or was it? Was he trying to sell it to the country singer? No, Tuna Fish Terry is the country singer. Never mind.
Yeah, and that's when Jenny Wobblenese was introduced, and she showed up a few other times just randomly. But then in the episode where Junior and Penelope get together is where he asked, because I think they were, no, there wasn't a dance or anything. He was just asking Penelope out, and she of course told him no. So then he said, "Well, I guess I'll have to ask someone else." "Hey, Jenny Wobblenese." "Yes, Junior." "Whoa, those are some wobbly knees." "Yep, that's my name." Well, do you want to date? Do you want to go out with me? "Of course." And that's when Penelope said that she would date Junior instead. Now, here's the thing. One of the problems. Yeah.
I just realized the problem. I don't know if it's the problem that you're about ready to bring up, but Junior never broke up with Jenny Wobbly Knees after she said yes, or after she said sure, because then Penelope come along and said, "I'll date you," and then you never heard him break up with Jenny.
Well, they technically weren't going out. She just kind of said that she would, but they never really started, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
Though, then again, she did also send Junior a text later in that same episode that said, "Do you want to make my knees wobble?" So, who knows? Maybe you're right. But
Maybe that's why Junior is so jealous, because the guilty ones are the jealous ones.
But the first problem is Penelope at first really only wanted to date Junior because she didn't want any other girl to date him. Like,
Which that's
yeah, it's
taking
not.
one for the team.
Yeah, but like, that's not really a good thing. Like you don't if your girl's doing that, she ain't really your girl, you know. But like that was strike number one. And then at first, Penelope was the one who didn't trust him. She was the one that had to always keep an eye on him, and he listened to every single thing she said. Joseph kept making fun of Junior for it, saying that he didn't have any balls anymore. And that happened for a while. Then it switched to Junior doing that, thinking that Penelope was cheating on him. Then it switched back to Penelope, and this kept happening. And it continues to keep happening. And that is probably the biggest problem with this relationship, is that they don't have any ideas for it.
Yeah.
Like, the biggest idea they've had was they broke up, Junior gets depressed, she starts dating Bully Bill, so then Junior comes up with this insane plan to get them broken up, which somehow works. And then they get back together again. But they just don't have any ideas for it. And like,
I feel like they could do a lot with them being in a relationship. Like they could go like Junior's roller skating accident, or like Junior breaks his leg and Penelope's there to doctor him up or something.
or
There's a lot of stuff they could do.
Here's a perfect one. Have an episode called like The Gamer Girl or something, and it's Penelope, because they established in an earlier episode that she likes playing video games. So have Junior, Joseph, Cody, maybe even Jeffy like get on for like Fortnite or Rocket League or one of their multiplayer games, and then Penelope hops on, and then like maybe Junior like let her on or something, but they're all like, oh, you're not going to do good. You're a girl. Girls don't play games. And then she's awesome at the game. And like, you could do something with that.
You could also make Penelope's OnlyFans, where she only sells like bathwater. You remember when they was making fun of the bathwater, the gamer girl bathwater?
Yeah, I don't know if they should go that far. I think that might be going a little too far.
Well, no, like it doesn't actually show, but I'm saying like Junior finds out that she could be doing something like that behind his back, and they could.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, it could be like a. I don't know how to.
I think a way that could work is if like there was an OnlyFans girl doing that, but she looked exactly the same as Penelope. So then Junior thinks it's Penelope, and maybe he tries to get her to do weird stuff, and she obviously says no. She finds out what's actually going on, and the two of them work together to try to figure out like who this OnlyFans girl is, because she's giving Penelope a bad name or something like that.
Yeah,
like that could be like interesting.
Yeah.
Like there's so much you could do with Penelope as a character, and they just don't. Like
or she could find out she has a twin sister.
Oh, that could go places. A Brooklyn guy would hate it. He would. First of all, that would mean that Deborah had another kid, which would already kill Brooklyn guy inside.
But she could have been a miscarriage. Like she could have been stillborn.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like it would be a great plot. Like there's so much you could do with that.
Yeah, because Penelope could go back in time to save the baby, and then they can cut back to them being in reality and her sister being there beside her.
Oh, and that could be a cool thing for her and Cody to do. So they're still best friends.
that could add an extra joke to Brooklyn guy that he for some reason doesn't remember having another daughter, but the DNA test come back saying it's his.
Yep, and yeah, it's awful. He'll probably go to Marvin and be like, "Hey man, got a gun. I need to use it. For what? To shoot myself. Why? Because I found out I had another kid with my ex-wife."
He's got like 3 kids that he talks about over the whole series. He has his son that he talks about, which we've never met. Then he has Penelope.
Oh, we've met his son.
Have we?
Yeah, his son. Remember, his son was on the electrician job with him, and Black Yoshi killed him.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. And then we have Cody and Ken and Timmy as a relationship as well.
Okay. Now, Cody and Ken are classic. Like, you can't get any more classic than Cody and Ken. Honestly, Cody and Ken is probably the best relationship in SML.
It's definitely the most enjoyable one.
Like, the gag of Ken not talking, because we know he's alive. We like, even though they constantly bring up how he's just a doll dude, we know he's alive, and he can talk. Like that one time Junior called him for that one thing. I can't remember what it was, but Junior called him and he was like, "Hey Ken, it's Junior. Yeah, Cody's friend. Oh, your grandma's sick, huh?
Over.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, I see. Well, tell her I hope she gets well." All right. Like, the fact that Ken, like, we have no idea what the hell Ken said there, but it's hilarious.
Yeah.
And like, I love. There's so many wholesome moments with Cody and Ken. Like, remember Cool Cody, where Cody became pretty much
Lizard Guts.
I remember that one. It's been a long time though.
He became Lizard Guts, and he had that motorcycle.
Yeah,
he's like, "Listen to my motorcycle." There's just a little plastic motorcycle.
Yeah, he became a douche, and they brought Ken back, and there's just that wholesome moment where Cody's trying to tell him that he had to change himself so people would like him.
That's
and
crazy.
Ken was telling him no, and they got together, and then Junior is just like, let him do it. Let him be weird this one time.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen that episode.
Yeah, and then there was the other one where it was I'm trying to remember which Ken video it was, because it wasn't Bro Ken. It was shoot, what was it? It's one of my favorite videos they've ever made.
What is it? What are we talking about?
Hang on, I gotta look this up. It's one of the Ken videos I really liked. That it had another really wholesome moment. It was the one where Cody kept thinking Junior was trying to get with Ken.
Oh, Forsaken.
Yes, Forsaken. I love Forsaken. Forsaken is one of the best videos they've ever made. I love Forsaken. Like, I love the part at the end where Junior throws Ken down the stairs, and you get that shot of him rolling into Cody, and they're falling down. Like, it's so dumb, but it's so funny.
Yeah, because there's a whole series about Ken. They have like Forsaken. They have Spoken. They have I know there's more. I just can't remember.
And like, yes, there are certain times where Ken doesn't like Cody. Like, I remember in the lottery ticket, Cody asks Ken what he'd do his million, and then you see in his thoughts it's him killing Cody, and then Cody's just, wow, Ken, it's pretty fucked up. Like, so yeah, there's times where Ken doesn't like Cody, but like they're just so funny. It's so great together. There's so many good videos with it. Like it's great. Then I guess because they thought that just having Cody and Ken was boring, I guess, they decided to give Cody Timmy as a real boyfriend. And the problem with Timmy is similar to the issue with Junior and Penelope, in that they only have one idea for Cody and Timmy, and that's that they're gay. They're super gay with each other, guys. Guys, they're gay. Did you know that? Did you know
Oh
they're
my God,
really
really?
gay?
They are?
Yeah,
Really?
they're gay. They're
I didn't
super
know
gay.
that.
Wow, they're
Although,
so gay. Look at
although
them
I
doing
will
that
say,
gay thing.
I will say there was one video that I did like. Not a lot of people liked it, but I did just because of the adult humor. With it was their hot dog stand,
See, that
which
one, yeah,
SML actually
that's
removed. I'm pretty sure they actually removed that video.
yes, it got age restricted, and they got rid of it. Yeah. Now, like, there were some jokes in that video that were funny. Like, I'm sorry, I know a lot of people hate that video, and yeah, it wasn't a good video, but there were some jokes that were funny, like in like when uh oh why is his name Simmons, when Simmons got his hot dog and it was like pouring with mustard, like just drenched in mustard, and then Brooklyn guy said, "Geez, Simmons, you want a hot dog with that mustard?" And Simmons just, "I like mustard."
Oh, sorry, babe.
Like,
Okay.
like it
Well,
was,
Clover,
it had a couple chuckle worthy jokes in it, but
yeah.
like that video is a prime example of the problems with Cody and Timmy, is that it's just that they're gay. And like it goes into none of their other characteristics. I don't think Cody has ever done anything smart around Timmy. Timmy has definitely not done anything like from his Bible like upbringing around Cody. Like, you know what would have been interesting? Something that I think SML forgot is Cody's Jewish.
Yeah.
So you could have done something with like
You could have.
having a video of the Huckerdoos and the Nut Kisses having like a Jewish dinner. And
Or you can,
because you know Cody's parents don't celebrate any Jewish thing correctly, and they don't really know what God is about, you know that the families will get into a fight. Like that would have been
yeah.
it. That would have been really cool. Like it would have been funny.
Like I could see the
Cody,
Huckerdoos. I could see the Cuckerdoos parents fighting with
did you
Cody's
call them the
parents.
Cuckerdoos?
Yeah, the
I
Huckerdoos.
thought I heard you say Cuckerdoos.
The Cuckerdoo.
I mean,
I could
considering Marvin, or considering
That's
Miss
funny.
Huckerdoo wants Marvin so bad, I guess you could call them the Cuckerdoos.
Cuckerdoos.
Yeah, I could see Hank Huckerdoo and Cody's dad arguing, Judith and Mrs. Huckerdoo arguing because they don't want to get along, but Cody and Timmy's over here in the back corner like, well, no matter what they say, we'll still be together or something.
Yeah, like you could have had a cool moment there, and like to make the episode, like, you know, to make sure that Junior's in it, because Junior would have to be in it. You could have it start with Cody and Timmy going up to Junior and being like, "Hey, Junior, our parents are going to meet for dinner tonight," and he's like, "Oh, okay, have fun with that." And then Cody's like, "Well, I've got a feeling but they're probably not going to get along. So could you come and like, I don't know, just be there for emotional support? And he's like, no, Cody, don't want to go to your house. And he's like, oh, but come on, we're gonna have. And then I don't know. He talks about like whatever they're gonna have, some meal, and then Cody's like, oh, I could just have dinner here. And then Chef Pee-Pee like comes in and he made something horrible, and Junior's just like, all right, I'll go. So, and that's what brings him over. There you go. I know we save video ideas for the end, but there you go, Logan. There, the Jewish dinner.
Right.
Do it. There you go. You have our consent. You can make it, and it would do something with Cody and Timmy, because you got to do something more than just them being gay. Like we brought up before in John F. Kennedy, where I thought it would have been a way more interesting video if Timmy was the one that shot Ken. Like, you gotta do something.
So, like, Timmy would have been, because Timmy could be jealous of Ken for being with Cody all the time.
Exactly. Like, because he is with Ken all the time. Like, it just makes sense. Like, you have to do something more with this relationship than what you guys are doing. And I know they're probably scared to now, because a lot of people hate it because all they've been doing is they're gay. But like, you still have them together. They haven't broken up. So just do something with it. That's all we want. Do something with it that isn't just them being gay. All right. I think that goes overall.
Yeah. Then you have okay. So now we have Marvin and Rose and Bowser.
Okay. So Marvin and Rose, let's go way back to Mario and Peach. Now I know you two were not there for the really early years of Mario and Peach. Mario and Peach, at first, was very similar to how it was in the games. Peach got kidnapped, Mario saved her, she was thankful with it. However, in the SML world, the two of them got married. However, Peach started getting pretty aggressive. She kind of criticized Mario for everything he did. She just like yelled almost all the time. Like, it wasn't a very happy marriage, even though Mario acted like it was. And then the nail in the coffin came when Mario found out for the first time that he was bald. He asked all of his friends that he could if they thought he was bald and what he could do. Woody just wanted to get him a beer, which I still love that scene.
Let me get you a beer.
I know. I love that scene just so much. Just Woody holding back laughter, the hand over his mouth. I will get you a beer. I will get myself one too. Or no, it was, I'm going to get myself a beer. I will get you one too. I love that so much.
I also love in that video the fact that Mario has never taken his hat off until that video.
It's like SpongeBob with his shoes. They've been tied as long as I can remember. Oh, it's so funny. And it makes sense when you see baby Mario in Mario and Luigi's Stupid and Dumb Adventure Season 3. When he's a baby, he has that hat on. But then he asked Peach, so you'll love me no matter what, right? We'll see. And then he shows her that he's bald, and it cuts to them slamming divorce papers down. And Goodman's like, so we'll go through this divorce, okay? And then Mario's like, we don't have to go through this divorce. The lady wants to go through the divorce, but it's just because of my hair. See, Saw in the damn papers. Oh, that video is so good. I might rewatch it after this.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm probably going to have to rewatch that video.
Yeah, I think I might too. That was pretty funny.
But,
I have to agree. The, getting back to an old episode, I think it was Playtime 3, Joseph got a divorce, and he's like, and I get half.
I guess we can talk about that when we get to the Joseph part.
I get half of that shit.
I think.
Yeah, I get half, I get half, I get half the half, I get half the half and half. I get half of that shit.
The Bowser situation with Rose.
Well, hang on. We haven't even gotten to Rose yet. So after Mario and Peach gets divorced, Mario gets super depressed. He tries to get Peach back because Toad helps him get a wad of hair to try to get Peach back, but Peach was dating Sonic. But, you know, she was going to give Mario a chance, but then she told him two things. She told him, one, that she only wanted him back now because he had that hair, and two, she was pregnant with Sonic's baby, which Chef Pee-Pee said was going to happen, and Mario told him it wouldn't. And then when she said that, you just hear Chef Pee-Pee in the background, oh, ho, ho! That was also a good video. But yeah, so Peach started dating Sonic. Mario did go on a date with Kirby once. Thanks to I can't remember. It was Brooklyn Guy. That's right, Brooklyn Guy, because Brooklyn Guy was Cupid. He set Mario up with Kirby until he found out that Kirby was gay. And man, that's two. That's two now where characters trying to hook up Marvin with dates, set him up with gay guys. First it was Brooklyn Guy with Kirby, and then it was Black Yoshi with Pac-Man.
I was just about to say that.
But yeah, eventually we get to Black Yoshi helping Mario get Rosalina. And we have...
I'm going to say, Rosalina has not been the same because she needs to go back to the old star.
Oh, absolutely. Like, old Rosalina was such a fun character. Yes, her crying, her loud, screechy crying could get annoying. Like, I'm not even going to deny that. But she was such a fun character. Her obsession with stars, the fact that, yeah, she was kind of an idiot. But she was an endearing idiot. She was really nice all the time. She wanted to help out as much as she could, and she genuinely loved Mario. It was such a wholesome relationship. Like, I love in the 1-up where Mario and Brooklyn Guy, they were trying to make a 1-up mushroom to bring back Mario's grandpa. You know, they messed up and they failed every time. And then Rosalina made one out of clay.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Obviously, it wouldn't work, and Mario was still upset, but she tried.
Yeah.
She wanted to help. It was nice.
Yeah. That was an episode I do remember.
Like they had so... Probably my favorite moment of old Rosalina was Rosalina's ex, where D-Money showed up. And,
Which
Mario...
He has so many.
It was the boxer.
Oh, yeah, D-Money. Okay.
Yeah, because he showed up just to see her again, but Marvin was jealous. Mario was jealous and challenged him to a boxing match, and Mario got his ass beat, but he kept getting up.
55-0.
Yeah, but he kept getting back up because he wanted to impress Rosalina, even though Rosalina kept telling him that she doesn't care about D-Money anymore. Like, the one moment I always think back to about that episode is where D-Money, like, Mario's getting up and he's just like, man, I keep hitting his ass down, but he keeps getting back up. All because he wants to impress his girl, but he don't need to. She already loves him. That's true determination. And he lets him win. Like,
Yeah.
That's such a good video.
Now, see, if the modern SML was like that, dude.
I know.
Sitcom, bro. Like, that's when you know it's really damn good, when it's something you can relate to.
Yeah,
and you feel it too.
Yeah, like that was an emotional moment.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Their relationship.
You know what another weird emotional motion scene was?
Yes, I know what a weird emotional emotion is, but you know what?
No, I cannot speak today. I don't know why. I woke up with a headache this morning and I haven't been able to talk right all day. But anyway, I was gonna say whenever it was, I don't know, it wasn't the Avengers of D. It was a different episode where like all of her exes get into a fight, and then it was Super D and extra Super D or something like that. And it's like, bro, why are we fighting? We have abs, and they just like fall in love.
Yeah, I know exactly. I don't remember which, like, the title of that episode, but I know which one you're talking about.
I'm like, bro, what the hell?
It's crazy.
Yeah, it was such a random ending, but
it was.
I know, I thought it was hilarious. But like, their relationship used to be so wholesome, but then Jeffy came in, and like, Jeffy at first was not terrible for Rosalina. Like, she was still kind of ditzy, but it was also nice. Like, she would just kind of try to help him and everything. Make sure he was doing all right.
Yeah, she was being the mother figure. She's being mom.
Yeah, she was being the kind mother figure. But they took it too far, where she would at first always side with Jeffy whenever he was doing something like annoying or malicious. And then whenever Mario would try to punish him, she would always get mad at Mario. And that is a trait of hers that has kind of grown into being her only character trait.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it's kind of funny, but then other times it's kind of like, dude, we've already seen this part. You know what I mean?
Like, I will say, I do like the development that they they had a running gag where Mario would want to do her, but then something would always get in the way. But now they do actually do it, which, you know what?
That's not even implied. Well, I mean, it is implied, but there's no proof that it actually happens.
Oh, well, I mean, they say they do because Rose says on multiple occasions how Mario doesn't last long.
But that could mean anything. That could be like, I don't know.
I guess that's true, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure
I like the thought, like, it makes sense that way, but I have a weird feeling that like there's going to be a video eventually that's like, what, y'all thought we was talking about sex? Oh, you're wrong. We was talking about games or some shit.
We're talking about Jenga. Oh wait, no. We're talking about headbands.
Headbands.
I remember that one where it was Bowser flirting with Cody's mom, and they were.
Oh my god, I remember that one.
The covers, and
yeah,
she was just like, or Bowser was just like, "Is it long? Oh yeah," and like saying stuff like that. But then when Cody came in, they took the covers off. They were playing headbands.
Yeah, good times, man. Good times.
I love stupid shit like that. But yeah, like her whole personality now is just her siding with Jeffy when he does something dumb or annoying, and never agreeing with Marvin when he wants to do anything. Like, it's so bad that now there's a running gag about people hating Rose. Like, Brooklyn Guy always brings it up that she's really dumb and annoying. And like, yes, it is funny that he acknowledges it, but that doesn't fix the problem that she's dumb and annoying.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I pressed
we
the
didn't
wrong
say
button.
nothing at the time.
Okay.
We're recording anyway.
No, Hunter is. It's all right.
But,
He didn't miss out nothing important. We didn't say
yeah, nothing important. But yeah, it just evolved into that, and I honestly don't know why they're still married anymore. Like, I remember when Mario and Rosalina got married. That was such a good video too,
Yeah,
because
it was.
Mario was stuck as being a frog, and he was all scared that
So pretty in that.
Rosalina wouldn't want to marry him anymore. But then she said, "I don't care if you're a frog," and then she just randomly said all the other stuff he turned into in that episode.
Yeah.
She was just, I'll always love you. And it was so sweet. So, yeah.
It cracks me up because that episode specifically cracks me up because she's like, I'll always love you. You and your bald head.
Yeah, you and your bald head. She laughed.
That's funny.
Like I think that's fun. Like, I think it's fine that she laughed at his bald head because at least in that video, it felt like she was trying to laugh with him, not at him.
Right.
Like, she's like,
And it made it
yeah,
better,
I know
too.
you got a bald head, you goof. Yeah, so that's Marvin and Rose. Then we got Bowser. Now, Bowser actually did have a crush on Rosaline. I can't remember all the episodes where he showed it, but he did have a couple. There was one where he kidnapped her, and there was another where he sent her a dick pic on accident, he sent everyone a dick pic on accident, but then he made sure to show it to her, but not anyone else. I love that moment. It's so stupid.
Whenever he sends it, she's like, why is it so spiky? And
Yeah,
Mario's
right?
just sitting there looking at it. Like,
Yeah,
Mario's sitting there looking at it like, there's probably something wrong with it.
yeah, well, it was a later scene where Bowser leaves, and then then it's just the two of them on the couch looking at it, like, what's wrong with it? I don't know. Why is it green?
Questions you don't want to ask.
Like, sort of off topic, but I love that same video. Brooklyn guy shows up. Yeah, you want to explain this? Yeah, my kid saw that.
Yeah.
And by the way, I'm a doctor. You want me to look at that? But yeah, so yeah, Bowser had a crush on Rosalina, but Bowser, this dude gets around. Like, there are so many characters
Mm-hmm.
in SML that
Bowser's
Bowser's been with.
No doubt.
There was, I believe her name was Sheila from the
Isn't that Junior's mom? Well, what we thought to be her mom until it was revealed he was adopted.
Yeah, so like in Mario and Luigi's Stupid and Dumb Adventures, Peach was actually his mom because she was giving birth and Mario thought it was going to be his kid, but it was Junior. But then that got retconned in the Koopalings, where we found out that it was actually Sheila who was Junior's mom. But then that also got retconned because those videos aren't canon anymore. And then Bowser's mom was just this, or Junior's mom was just this turtle. And I can't remember her name.
I thought Sheila was the turtle.
No, Sheila was, I'm pretty sure Sheila was the other Bowser plush from the Koopalings. Like, she looked just like Bowser.
Are you sure? Because I remember Bowser calling her and saying, your son's wanting to see you. And then he was talking to a turtle.
Maybe I'm mixing them up. Or maybe they had the same name.
Maybe.
I don't know. It's been a while. But yeah, like that one where it was where was that turtle? So like already those are 3 women that Bowser has banged and had Junior. Granted, only one of them is canon anymore, I think. But like, yeah, like that's crazy. And then we got all the other ones that he tries to hit on. We know he wants to do Chef Pee Pee. Like we know he does. Because he did when Cody was in his body, which I still love that scene. I banged your dad. What? I banged your dad. No, you didn't. Yeah, I did. I was in Chef Pee Pee and I banged your dad. But my dad's not gay. That's what I thought too, but he was weirdly cool with it. Yeah, we know Bowser wants Chef Pee Pee. Trying to think who else. There's been a few other. There was that one video of the tortoises where you thought he was watching like real porn, but it was just those tortoises, but they still had the moaning in the background, and he's watching it, and then he's like, "Oh, your sister's gonna join." That's the one where Chef Pee Pee walks in, and he's like, "Pastor, what are you watching?" Nothing, Chef Pee Pee. Just go out here.
What episode is that?
I can't remember. All I remember is it's the one where he kicks Chef Pee Pee out, and he's like, "And buy more lotion on the way home."
And this picture is from.
Oh, man, I don't remember what that one was. I just remember it was really funny.
That does remind me, because when you was talking about Bowser watching the porn and you hear the moaning, it reminds me of the scene from a more recent video of Chef Pee Pee wanting to go on vacation, and he's like, "Can I go on vacation?" Yes.
Yeah.
Can I take your credit card? Yes.
Yeah.
Take me with you.
It's so good.
It's amazing.
I'm trying to think if there's anyone else. Obviously, Charlie. Like, I mean, you know he would.
Yeah. You know he wants Charlie.
Yeah, like.
But I'm
Like if-
I'm surprised I'm still surprised that he hasn't found out that Charlie and Friends was filmed in his living room, considering that he literally said it in an episode. Cody was like, he could just go downstairs and meet him. He films it right in the living room.
Well, he doesn't leave his room. Barely ever. So how would he know?
I'm telling you, they
man.
could get robbed and Bowser would just be in his room.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
Oh,
even
yeah,
know.
exactly.
That could be a good episode. Bowser finally meets Charlie. He finds him in his living room. "What are you doing in my house?" "Oh, this is your house? I thought it was mine."
Yeah, and then the cue laugh track.
"I film all my episodes here."
I really think that's it for Bowser. I like the running gag that he just gets around.
Yeah. He does. And then we have Brooklyn Guy and Karen.
And Karen. Okay. So at first her name wasn't even Karen.
No, it was like Sharon. That's what it was.
Yes, it was Sharon at first. And I'm trying to remember what her first video was. The earliest one I can think of was Home Alone 2, where they broke into their house and Junior kills Sharon. Which
Was that her? What? Huh? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, did we bring up our theory that Sharon was actually someone different?
No, I was actually going to do that. Because whenever you said that Sharon was killed in Home Alone, her twin sister Karen came into play.
Yeah, she has a twin sister
that
has the same accent too,
and same voice, because she's an identical twin. So of course she would have everything. She's the exact twin. So they killed off Sharon to bring in Karen, which would be a good reason on why Brooklyn guy immediately started calling her Karen, which I'm not even sure if Sharon called Brooklyn guy Boyne. Pretty
I
sure
think she did, but I can't remember.
Hmm.
But their relationship. So
What's that?
what's funny is at the very beginning, when Brooklyn guy was just the Brooklyn firefighter, in his very first episode, he actually loved his wife. Like he was on the phone talking to her, like, yeah, I'm about to finish this job right now. Oh, what's for dinner? Oh, like he was just having a nice conversation on the phone. But then, as time went on, he started bringing up his ex-wife a lot and saying how horrible she was. And then we found Sharon, and then later Karen. And that's basically what their relationship is that Brooklyn guy is the hardworking man,
And
Karen's
she's
the
the nagging
stay-at-home
wife.
wife. Yeah, the nagging stay-at-home wife that doesn't actually do anything.
She bought him a
Um,
freaking Lunchable for lunch, for God's sake.
yeah, she can't because she can't cook. Um, and
Bless
like
you.
that's really it. But I like it kind of has the same problems that Marvin and Rose have, where they're just like antagonizing each other. But it's not as bad because, well, they were kind of always like that. But it's always nice whenever you see them actually bond over something. Like I think the best recent example is Jeffy's escape room, where even though she didn't really want to go to the escape room, she kind of got bored because, well, she was also hungry. She kind of wanted them to hurry up, but she also helped Brooklyn guy actually figure out what to do, and by the end had fun. So like that was cute. That was a nice bonding moment between them. And I honestly kind of wish we had more videos like that where it shows why they got married in the first place.
You know, I've often thought about that. And
Yeah.
my only thought could be is because of Brooklyn guy saying in the one episode that he married her because her mom looked like a supermodel, and then turns out that she was adopted.
Oh.
I can't remember what episode that was from, but Brooklyn guy was talking about it, and her mom was apparently a supermodel, the girl who adopted her, which we're still yet to meet her parents.
Yeah, I wish one of these days they'd make a video just kind of like going into how they met and maybe rekindling what they used to have. You know, that would be nice.
That's all
I
I can
think.
remember, though. I'll have to send you the video that she talks about it, and I'll have to find it.
Yeah, but I think that's really it for them. Not really a whole lot to say.
Yeah, but you also talking about Brooklyn guy. We have Simmons and Barbara, which I don't know if I have much to say about them except that it's funny. It's it's hilarious because
I
the
think it's a
thing.
funny gag that Brooklyn guy's breast friend, best friend is doing his mom. Like, like I think that's funny. And I will say, while they do kind of overuse the joke of Simmons just randomly bringing up to Brooklyn guy like, "Hey, I'm doing your mom," it's not nearly as bad as like Junior and Penelope or um, Cody and Timmy, where like that's all they talk about whenever they're together.
Yeah, but I just did want to bring them up because I feel like somebody would be like, you forgot about these
Yeah.
two."
You forgot about Simmons and Barbara. And yeah, I mean, it's a funny gag. I just don't like Barbara as a character.
I don't either, because she kind of reminds me of Nancy.
Yeah, she's like Nancy, but the problem is Nancy is treated as a villain like she should be, and Barbara isn't.
So, like, but could Barbara be, which obviously it couldn't be now because Nancy's dead, but like, couldn't Barbara technically be Nancy in disguise because she knows she's wanted
I
by the
don't think
police?
so, because
No.
they sound similar enough, but nah, I don't think so, because Barbara knows too much about Brooklyn Guy to not be Barbara.
Okay, well, I've got a lot to say about this next one. It's Joseph and Sprinkle and his paper.
Oh boy. Okay. Since you have a lot to say, I'll just start off because I don't think I have a whole lot. Um, I think the idea of him dating Sprinkle was interesting. Honestly, kind of disappointed we didn't get to see where that would go. For those who don't remember, Cody used to have a stepsister named Sprinkle. Um, Joseph fell in love with her and wanted to date her, but the way he did that was saying that he was a rich guy named Joe Cool. And that's kind of where that ended.
Do you got lots of money, Joe Cool? Yeah, I got all the money. Which I mean, technically he's not wrong because he was rich and rich Joseph.
Yeah, when they retcon that, but then as they have brought up multiple times since then, everyone hated it, so they just got rid of it. So he's not rich anymore.
I still like the idea of him secretly being rich.
I don't, but to each their own.
And it's great because, like, when it comes to Joseph and Sprinkle, Joseph, it was either Joseph or Junior, he said, "What? How did you end up getting your name?" And she's like, "Well, when my mama, whenever I was born, my mama said I looked like a chocolate sprinkle."
Yeah, it looked like a little chocolate sprinkle. But like, I don't know. I really wanted to have seen where that would have gone, especially back
And
when before Joseph was shown to be rich. He was still poor, so I want to see what sort of harebrained scheme he would have gotten Junior's help with in order to make it seem like he's actually rich.
imagine an episode where Joseph just comes in with like a gold chain and just out of nowhere. But I do, with the paper situation, there was so many like I love how Joseph is constantly obsessed with calling Cody's doll, calling Ken a doll. But it cracks me up because Joseph took it as far as getting the paper pregnant, and he had a paper family that he ended up also doing his stepsister, and he ended up
And his mom,
bringing, yeah, and
his
his mom and his
and his
grandma.
grandma.
Like this man's got some messed up thoughts.
Yeah. Yeah, this dude's got issues.
To be fair, he did live with Screwball.
That's a good point.
It's hard to tell what him
It
and Screwball got into.
it makes sense.
Joseph, what happened to Jacob? Um,
Oh, that's right. He killed Jacob.
yeah, because his mom told him to give him a bath, and he took him in there to the bathroom, and he gave him a bath, but he kind of killed him because
Yeah.
water and paper. I like the one joke. It's like, well, where's your sister at, Joseph? She's uh
I I I don't like what Joseph does, but I do just like the delivery of when they see what he
yeah.
does.
I like
Joseph,
I like how
that's your
the
stepsister.
I like how the joke was set up, but I don't like how it was
Yeah.
delivered.
Yeah. The setup. Yeah, I don't know. I just
It's kind of
love
disturbing,
how.
honestly.
Oh yeah, it's very disturbing. I just like how it's not them being scared or angry. It's just disappointment. Just, oh, Joseph, that's your stepsister.
That may need some therapy.
Yeah, I mean,
SML movie. Joseph gets help. There you go.
he'll probably use that, just like even without all the paper stuff. But yeah, I really don't have much to say about the papers. I
It was just
remember
a funny
when
concept,
it was a funny concept. I'll give
and
it that.
especially when he gets the kids, and then Junior like draws them to look like someone else,
That's right.
and then the Berkeley guy's like, "Well, these don't look like your kid," and Junior's like, "Well, no, because they have the glasses. He has the glasses. He has the cool hat, and they have the cool hat." And he's
Yeah.
just like, "How could you do me?" Oh, and then our final relationship today is Yoshi and Delilah.
Yoshi and Delilah. I mean, it wasn't a good relationship, as we know, but I mean, it makes sense for Black Yoshi.
Yeah.
Like I do like when Delilah finally left him after having enough. And well, first of all, I like how Delilah was kind of a long-running character. Like she
Really?
had been around since summer school.
Yeah. I do remember
Believe-
one thing from Black Yoshi's girlfriend adventure or whatever. He was like talking to Delilah, and he's like, "I thought I heard extra mustard." Remember
That's
that?
right, yeah, because I forget what she said.
He wanted
She
her
was
to
like,
make him a sandwich.
Yeah, and she was like, well, if I want to, or something like that. And that's when he said, I thought I heard extra mustard.
I'm not even gonna lie. I don't think I've seen Black Yoshi's partner.
Really? She's that pink Yoshi.
I'm
He used
not
to-
sure.
He used to hit her because in that one with Birdo, that's because the whole reason he meets Birdo is because Delilah leaves him and he's all upset, and Mario tries to help him, and he gets Rosalina to also help because he's like, Rosalina, what do you think you should tell Black Yoshi help get his girlfriend back after he hit her? You hit her? Yeah, because she wouldn't do what I told her to.
Like, it definitely sounds familiar, but I just don't know.
I remember the episode.
Yeah, she was long, right? Because she was in summer school, and then I can't remember if she made any other appearances after that. But in Mario's New Girlfriend, when Black Yoshi was helping him, because Mario didn't think he could help him, but then Black Yoshi was like, "Oh," and he whistled, "Delilah, get in here, girl." And then Mario's like, "Whoa, Black Yoshi, how'd you get her to do that and listen to you?" Well, it's because she learned the back of my hand real quick.
Oh my god.
Well then.
Okay,
yeah,
then.
but yeah. So I mean, yeah, it wasn't a good relationship, but it makes sense for Black Yoshi, and I'm
happy that she got out of that relationship.
same, but I'm also glad that he did feel bad about it afterwards, and he was genuinely gonna try to do something different for his next relationship. That's when he meets Birdo.
Oh, I was going to say, I don't think I've ever seen him with another person.
He met Birdo. So what happened was when they were trying to help him, a commercial came up for a dating website called YoshiMeet.com, and
I remember that episode.
even in the commercial they had to emphasize with 2 E's. How wacky.
Yeah, I remember
How
A dating
wacky
site
is
for
that?
Yoshis? And then he looks it up. Yoshi meet the oh wait 2 E's.
that.
I wonder what that first thing was that he found.
I don't want to know.
Me neither.
I
And
kind
then
of do.
he finds Birdo. And what's funny is they show Birdo's page for the dating profile. And if I remember right, where it says gender, it doesn't even say female.
Oh no.
It says something else, but
Oh,
Black Yoshi
no.
doesn't pay attention.
Oh
It
no.
says other.
Eh.
And I think it said like unknown or question mark. And he just looks at her, he's like, oh, what that nose do? And
The
he
nose.
and then he brings Birdo over because Mario's fought Birdo before because this is Mario from the game, so he knows that Birdo's actually a dude. And when he sees Birdo at the door, he looks at Black Yoshi. You met Birdo? Yeah, I met Birdo on Yoshimete.com with 2 E's. Yeah, 2 E's. All right, Black Yoshi. As long as you're happy.
What is Birdo supposed to be?
Isn't he like a fish?
Birdo's a dinosaur,
Oh,
but they like spit eggs out of their mouths.
That is weird.
It is very weird.
What the hell?
But yeah, so I mean that relationship ended how you imagined it would. They killed it with menstruation.
Oh.
I like that reaction, Hunter. Just, oh.
he just.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, like I don't remember going like that. I'm pretty sure that's how Black Yoshi phrases it too.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
I think you killed folk with its menstruation.
Wow.
Oh my! But I don't know if you have. Like I don't have much to say about that relationship because
Me neither.
I don't know nothing about it.
Yeah, I think we covered it all. We've had a pretty decent talk.
We've been
talking
recording for about an hour and
relationships.
40 minutes.
So
Now that we
I-
have that out of the way, anybody have any like last minute ideas before we do the outro?
honestly, no. I've kind of already given all my ideas throughout the video, but I will just say, Logan, if you're watching this, highly doubt it, but if you are, you can do good relationships. You have done it in the past. So please try to do something with the relationships that you currently have set up. Give the characters more to do other than just being in love with each other and doing dumb, simple jokes. I know that your show is a comedy, but you used to be able to tell good relationship stories. I know you can do it again.
Now, I have a thought. Two things actually. A really cool video idea would be a run-on gag through the whole series that one of the friends has, like Joseph, because Joseph's the only one that doesn't have a relationship right now. So it'd be a funny gag that Joseph has this online girlfriend that nobody ever that like he talks to, but nobody ever knows about it. Like, because he'll talk to him, but they don't believe that she's real.
You know what? And he doesn't do this anymore, but there was a running gag, like, back with the plush era. I don't remember if you remember this, where, like, Joseph would be on his phone, and he would, like, be laughing hysterically at something, but then every time Junior would ask him what it was, he'd always be like, oh, it's nothing.
Oh,
Oh,
nothing.
yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that.
that's what I
Yeah.
mean.
That should have been his online girlfriend. Oh, that would be so
Like,
hilarious.
That would have been
video
interesting right
itself-
there.
That video itself was great, but just because of that laughing scene, because it just almost like he was just doing it for attention.
Yeah. Well, even Junior brought that up because he would be laughing like that, and Junior's like, "Don't say anything, Junior. You're just gonna give him the attention he wants." Oh man!
And then my other idea, shoot, what was it? Oh, my prediction. I don't know if you guys want to do this, but I'm going to do it. I have a prediction that this year's movie for Jeffy's 20th birthday is going to
Okay.
be the same thing as last year. They're going to blow up a vehicle. Someone's going to get kidnapped.
So I don't know. Maybe they'll skip it.
I don't know, dude.
I mean,
They might have. Well, because he said that every year he wants to try to do a movie, and he said he'd like to keep it around that area, like that time frame around August.
I mean, like, you might be right. Just for like a general movie, that they might do something like that where they blow up a vehicle. I hope they do something different because I know that he got a lot of backlash for Jeffy's 19th birthday because it was literally just Jeffy's 18th birthday again. Like, he's got to do something different.
Yeah, that's true. That's pretty true, you know?
So maybe he'll do it again, but I really hope he doesn't.
If y'all did like the podcast, you can tune in with us every time we upload. Turn on the subscribe button. We really enjoy doing this podcast. I'll put Corey's link in the description, and I'll put Hunter's down below as well. Well, it's been fun with you guys, and hope y'all tune in next time to the SML Podcast.